Each week during the 2015 season, we're going to take a look back at a game from 1990. Joining me on that journey will be Darian Hagan, the quarterback from the 1990 Buffaloes. Hope you join us throughout the season as Darian and I take a look back at the memories from 1990. All right, Darian, we are finally at week 4, and you guys are coming off the loss against Illinois. It's been an interesting first 3 weeks for you guys so far in 1990. You have the tie, barely a win against Stanford, and then a loss. What is the psyche of the team as you guys come into week 4 against Texas?
Our psyche wasn't bad, but I think our guys were a little bit disappointed in ourselves. You know, being 1-1-1, it wasn't a good feeling. But you know, our guys stuck together, and we wanted to go out and prove that, you know, that 1989 wasn't a fluke.
Yeah. You know, you guys really could have gone one way or another after that Illinois game. I mean, you really could have tanked it. I mean, as a team that comes in with so many expectations, could have gone the other way, but you guys decided not to. And talked to so many players that said that the plane ride home was so pivotal because we were so ticked off, and that really is what was the turning point. Would you agree?
I would say that was a little bit of it. That was a little bit of a turning point. But I think the real reason that we turned it around, we had great senior leadership. You know, we had some really, good captains, guys that played in the NFL for a long time. Yeah. You know, guys respected them, and they wouldn't let us get down. And we hung in there, and every word they spoke, and it all worked out.
Yeah. So you go to Texas, Austin, Texas, going to play the Longhorns. They weren't a very bad football team that year. I mean, they were a top 10 team eventually at one point. I think they were around 20th, 21st. That's about where you guys were coming into this game. So another tough test for you guys. How do you get through this one?
Well, we just stuck together. You know, we knew we were going down in Austin. It was going to be a hostile environment. But we just went out and played football like we were taught to play. And, we played, with a lot of enthusiasm. Yeah. You know, guys just wanted to battle. And I'll never forget Eric Bieniemy as the fourth quarter was coming, and he rushed out in the field, and everybody's like toward the defense, and everyone's looking like, what's he doing? And then the offense just followed him onto the field, met the defense, and we ran down to the other end, and then did a goal line stand, and that was it. The rest of it, we just balled out from there.
Yeah, because you guys were trailing going into the fourth quarter. You had to come back, and it wasn't really until the final minutes. And Eric had the touchdown in the final minutes. George had a big game as well. George Hemingway had a big game, and then the block. What were your memories as you think about that touchdown with George blocking for Eric?
Well, it was an ISO play. It was called four wham. And it's funny because George would always point to the linebacker who he was going to block, and he would tell him what shoulder he was leading with. And he just pointed to his left shoulder, and he went in there and he just cleaned out the linebacker. The linebacker tried to cut him. He cleaned him out, and Eric, gets the touchdown. It was, I'm telling you, those two guys, I miss those guys. Those two guys are two of the fiery guys that I played with, and really, really good people. And I can just go on and on and on and keep talking about my teammates.
Yeah. Well, that obviously you had more, tougher games to come after that one, a lot of tough games, but that was really the turning point of the season. I'm sure the plane ride home from Austin was pretty nice.
It was. It was really, really nice. It just beat a top team, a nationally, ranked team with a great program like Texas with tradition, and everyone, happy. And from that point on, guys just wanted to just keep that feeling, that winning, that intensity and all that stuff. And I remember getting back in the Stapleton and landing and singing the fight song. That was always a great deal.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you very much, and we'll be back next week to look at week 5.